This is the chapter 4 test number 6. I need to solve by completing the square. 3x squared plus 5x minus 6 equals 0. So I'm going to start by moving my 6 to the other side, get it out of the way. 3x squared plus 5x is equal to 6. And now I remember that my coefficient of x squared has to be 1. So I need to divide both sides by 3. So I'm going to have x squared plus 5/3 x is equal to 2. Don't forget, if you divide this side by 3, you've got to divide this part of the binomial by 3 too. Otherwise, 5x is going to get jealous. So I can do, now I'm going to complete the square. It's going to be plus blank. And to complete the square, I go b over 2 squared, which is 5/3 over 2 squared. 5/3 divided by 2 is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal of the denominator. It's 5/3 times 1/2 is equal to 5/6. And when I square that, I get 25/36. So my 25/36 is what I'm going to put here. 25/36 plus 25/36. Now, the whole point of completing the square is to create a perfect square trinomial. From a perfect square trinomial, I'm going to get a binomial squared. And because I had a coefficient of 1 for my x squared, that binomial squared is always going to be x. Well, in order to get the 25/36 over here, I squared 5/6. That is my b over 2. My b over 2 is what's going to fill in this other spot. The b over 2 is going to fill in that other spot. And it's going to carry the same sign as I have in my perfect square trinomial as the one that's in front of the middle term. So it's going to be a plus in this case. And that is going to be equal to, well, 25/36. I know that 2, if I want to put it into a common denominator, is going to be 72/36 plus 25/36. So that is equal to 97/36. And 36 is a number that's making me happy because that's a perfect square. So now I'm going to take the square root of this and the square root of that. And when I take the square root, I'm going to remember to put in the plus or minus. So now I have x plus 5/6 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 97/36. Well, let's change that into plus or minus the square root of 97 over the square root of 36, because that gets rid of the radical in my denominator. It's plus or minus the square root of 97/6. And I know that 97 really can't be simplified, because in order to simplify it, I'd have to have some kind of a perfect square as a factor. And I know that the perfect square of 9 is 81. And the perfect square of 10 is 100. And there aren't any integers between 9 and 10. So this 97, radical 97, is just going to be there as an irrational number. So I now have x plus 5/6 is equal to plus or minus the square root of 97/6. I think I'll subtract 5/6 from both sides. So I'm going to be left with x is equal to negative 5/6 plus or minus radical 97, not 96. Radical 97/6, and you could leave it like that, or you could say negative 5 plus or minus radical 97/6. When you're dealing with radicals, you don't have to separate. It's not like there's a real and imaginary part. There's certainly a rational and an irrational part, but those don't have to be separated. And that is my answer.